fuel from overturned tankers. Ask yourself, is it worth the risk? The answer is a resounding no. As are highly flammable once spark and disaster strikes. Ignorance or hardship cannot justify putting your own life on the line to prevent a potential explosion. It is better to stay alive for your loved ones who depend on you than any way being otherwise. Remember, fuel scooping is deadly. Don't take us. Afro time out every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. With Kole Daniel. I think Thursdays are every Thursdays. Thursday always give me also the chance to you just sneak in one or two songs of the early 2000s, and these are songs that give you the nostalgic. I'm an old person, and then you want to listen to songs of these for you to join us every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. So the idea is that we can give you something that is quite, and I needed some distraction, so I went on my music site, and then the names he was mentioning, that song is over Buhari. Those are names that we still have holding it down, and that saw tomorrow many years ago. So I'll make it a day with us next week Thursday 3 to 4 is this, and next week Thursday. We're here today to discuss two main issues that we are focusing on, and my guest is here live in the studio. And on Thursdays I'm like a listener, like you have my bar and my paper in front, almost 40 years. A wealth of extra to have him join us. Yeah, he's live here in the studio today. We'll look at two major issues. We're streaming this program. Also drop your comment. You can also help us, stakeholders, opinion leaders, people of interest to come talk to review over time and assess and appraise performances up to Friday on your Super Dial Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is today and a lot of people had expressed their fears. Is our democracy turning to a one-party democracy? There are no opposing voices to whatever government that we have in power? Prior to the 2015 election, we had the ACN. And I was whatever nomenclature you choose to put it, every single day, he was always granting interviews, always speaking. I remember also that as a build up to that party, ABGA and a couple of other political parties that formed the now APC, the then AC unfortunate incident with the Chibok girls happened. The agenda was very clear. That was the pure, he should resign. Even now, the sitting right now, look at the Labour Party, for instance. There's been constant leadership issues 2023, where they produced the governor and they produced senators in the national. And what are Labour Party November 2023? And of course, last year, September, National Assembly members on daily basis, on weekly basis, on monthly basis, across carpeting, divided against itself, with people within the APC, people is the FCT minister. We don't know if he's still in the PDP or he's still in PC. Perhaps that's how you want to categorize Wiki, because one day APC as well. Yesterday, the executive governor of Delta, His Excellency Governor Okowa, and state. Proud to yesterday, they don't even have any senators, members. Everybody moved, decamped officially to the APC. There are also words that some other government APC, is this politics a play, or is it the match? And out of those 11, 9 of them, well, my people, my grassroots people have spoken to. How much of a threat is this to our just quite a few of them? We had over 60 political election. What has been the role of AAC to pinpoint any one of them? Our state SDP has 2 senators, and we knew how they let Abdullah is a threat. Is this wave to Nigeria after 19 days away? Had a closed door meeting with the service chiefs, kinetic and non-kinetic methods of billions of dollars buying equipment. But almost on weekly, it's quite unfortunate. Every single day, for us to change our methods, or is about changing. The governor had almost Bello Matawalle. State. That's where he's been operating against crime and insurgents. And it would allow you also join the conversation on the tunnel. Conversations are nice, are cool. So it's always a pleasure to have.
Good evening, first and foremost, to our listeners. You just say Oᴏᴜᴜ. It's normally Oᴏᴜᴜ Akíọdé. What has changed into the studio? I always love to be here, but at times
the energy is the same thing.
It's still the same
it's
thing.
The same thing.
And we still have the same set of listeners. They're
be hitting the nail on the head with numbers and facts. Because it's easy with Dr. Daniel Gia, that's the chairman of unfortunate killing of 57 of them happened on Monday morning. I reached out to you now because they're on their way down my spine. Like, we're not talking about that at some point on the show, Mr. DME, but have opposition parties in Nigeria a joke?
Couple of less than the last 24 hours because of development. But let me be realistic with you and to our listeners as well. How do I mean? You know, as it is, let me first put expecting 3 or 4 more. Right? Whether we like it or not. Kano State Governor from NPP in that state is decamping today. And it's only the structure there. And Kwankwaso is in Kano. I think it's a matter of days. Kwebo is also on his way. Whether you become a campaign manager
for the president.
For plus that you have mentioned
that's
now. 25. Now, whether you like it or not, making what? Making 26. Now, we cannot say if the hope of Husseini, what call is this woman? It's not Hussein.
Yes.
Usman. Yes.
Usman.
Clearance from the Supreme Court of being the leg in that party and allow that leg out. In almost 26 majority number in Senate, right person, the right faction will emerge victorious at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you're having 27.
You didn't mention Rivers.
Because I think, yes, reports said they met in
London.
But the outcome of that, I think they were still protesting in a support. But we cannot really talk 36 states. For Labour Party, as it were now, PDP and the party. So, yes, there are a lot of concerns for Nigerians that only 9 now for the opposition, 27 for a ruling party. Is that going to be a fair count? But the one that is feasible for 2 reasons. We still allow political elites to dictate on that one. But to the conscience of Nigerians to take ownership and decide on their own who are ready to take ownership of the governance. We never want to induce them. Our people develop to that stage of political maturity. So that is the problem we are having. The politics we are playing in Nigeria is still being controlled by 30,000 people. And they will listen to me. Fighting for social justice, political justice. How many people can rally around? Won't you be on your own? So because of that, for this 27 election, the way it's going, every election, most election, we are just again after 2027 election, we begin to see the true identity of people.
It's slim.
It's getting slim, the control of the state. So we've seen now that as things are going at, I think it has shown through the instrumentality of Wike and co-politicians, your assignment is first and foremost to win the election. It's for power. You as a political advisor to any governor, anybody. So how do we retain our position? How do you understand? Fubara is lamenting now. Let people continue. They know how much they are losing. They could see what their others in other contested election, they sold their father's house,
APC.
Other APC, is 5.5 million to collect form. No matter we are still spending some money, no matter what. That kind of politics we play. So if brighter by the day, that if the politics we play in Nigeria, what makes the PDP different from APC? Begin to see that it engages in that battle, firstly. And secondly, will certainly will not be on the APC. We have ANPP government PDP. Even PDP then, not ANPP. But if you count the number of 4 million above
PDP.
But look at Southwest. That's Osun lost Ekiti. And the same thing also in the Southeast and some northern states where APP get the second term. No. The implosion of PDP was able to win election for Yar'Adua. Despite the fact that some very almost none or everything humanly possible wise committee for political reform were in flawed. That and it's honest that the election that brought him in started in PDP then, right? They because of the sentiments of what happened there, they merely survived one crisis
with the amnesty.
Check in PDP party. Do you think they will
standing governors?
They're standing governors. People are saying that now Tinubu is enjoying that of God's goes for the second time. So 8%. But after that one, there's going to be implosion. But that implosion may not. The people in the coalition article of the North against Tinubu. And listen, Kano. That's why Tinubu is capitalizing on that one. That in this year, Yᴏᴜᴜ and co.
Kaduna.
Let's
the other places.
State. The level of carnage
in southern Kaduna
almost wiped off. Where you thought there won't be life again, and somebody of southern Kaduna be massacred every day. So, but the point I'm making is that, and the announcement was they were ostracizing and they control what's going to rule. You can see Ahmed speaking the other time, says of thinking of North as a monolithic North. Do you understand? They are not talking of Fulanis, where the Fulani North. They are not thinking of splitting people of Benue every day, right? So things have changed. But each state can stand on its own. But as it is, Tinubu is likely the way it's going because
the APC
governors in the APC
crossing the 200 reps. I think they have, as of today, they have 197.
107. Do you understand? So by the time all NNPP rep, that's only rep, they are controlled.
There are 17 reps members from Kano.
17 reps in Kano alone. Political elites, not people. Sentiments. So that's a political elites will continue to determine.
Contradiction. Basically, democracies all around the world is supposed to be a game of numbers where the majority. About 2 months up to the 2015 election, it was merger because I remember as at that time, a governor of Ireland straight up. The PDP Governors Forum, they don't want to be a part of the coalition. Chief Olabode George, so I want to ask you, with this drive, with it of the party, Prince Adebayo was on the news over the weekend and he says, hey, coalition, is he ever going to see the light of day? Mr. Adeyemi, the primaries of major political parties in Nigeria is next year. So that people don't think 2027 is very far. This is the 24th of April. Political parties will conduct their primaries by next year. By February and March to see the light of day, Mr. Adeyemi.
You know, let me tell you something. When we started the issue of this party in this coalition, it's PDP. Remove PDP, do you understand, of PDP. Can a single person and decide it in PDP? PDP is an institution. Decide for that party
to go into
submerge them into their structure. PDP would rather want Labour Party to come to fix you up. Because we are talking of coalition now with no governor, with SDP with no governor, apart from the ranking of Eirufai, his own state, from his local government. How much votes was he able to gather? Do you get our point? To contest to be another primary. The Olagunsoye and Co will tell you,
owner of the party.
No, it's not the owner of the party. The party has two states. You are not of the party. No, it's not. So all this ranting Adebayo, but the point of making money to control the party. Atiku Atiku never discussed any coalition with them. Them in SDP is free to go and join SDP. El-Rufai has left APC. Peter will be ready to stake his decision right, and his advisors will advise him. Coalition means that all of you who agree on certain terms, one candidate. Do you understand? So for the governors, well, you say, let us. Abga in the last election, and there's so is Abga, but be that statement. Vice President Bure's faction disown the statement. Fortunate. We are having politicians that, you know, ideology at times can be like a religion. That you are not expecting, you are not professing, you are not adhering to it. Simply not the action. Doing that. Do we have? We must have a true democracy in Nigeria. We must have people will be at the center of the government. Do we have politicians are ready to take ownership? That they are not going to be directed or dictated by political individuals as Nigerians. Our interest is that will take us to moon. A typical Nigerian is not looking for a government that will make survive. Accommodation, have a decent accommodation. Let the building be a mortgage system. What's the difference between mortgage and rent? Nothing. If you squeeze it, there's nothing in. For you to see that anywhere to it, you are talking of 2,000, 5,000, 3,000. Decent. If you do that, how much are you? Things of life. Let there be public transportation. Others. We are talking in some European countries that you go to there. We are still talking of country here. We are still clamping Nigeria because the economy is turning out here prisoners. That's the way. Because nomenclature that people also that are suffering this are not right. Let 30 governors, not 36 governors that on their election they think they no. See everybody say no. We are going this way. 5,000 naira. T-shirts, just like a local government election, they want to conduct in Lagos State. See what Okoyemi did for us. See how Ibubulai pay for your what call it? Pay for your CDA. If you could do it within the local, so this is what he always wants. Is what he has done. Even during his primaries, well, by the day, and Hillary will not have people were paying one to Hillary Clinton. You know what? I did a bit of my and come. They got for PR to do this or go to the for discussing the classroom, political science class. Even when we are campaigning, they were the one giving money. Put this one down, this one put this one down. That's how we ran campaign. And we won. If Nigerian can see somebody ought to be, because it's coming to serve us. But the more Nigerians, all of us, and we expect such person. And sold his farm, sold his father's house, is coming to serve you pro bono. That's integrity. And refuse to be dictated to by the political elite, and will continue to laugh and make jest of all of us.
Okay, Mr. DME, every Monday to Friday to have conversations like this. Today's Thursday, office, and you're wondering, oh, who is this man talking? What station is this? Where we have a no-hold-back conversation, heart-to-heart conversation. Somebody is angry, slam the door. It's 1 hour thereabouts. We've been looking at from Delta State yesterday. I mean, Delta States, after they had the meeting, all of them were singing. I think about 10 minutes later, I will have PDP structure in the state from even the running mates in the last election. Everybody admits a wave. Somebody said when the president went to France, that only God knows are buzzing, and the messages are also pouring in as well. 0913-600-04 of the country as well. But so he's feeling the heat. The governor of Kwara State had to come out and say, if you wear dreadlocks, and then although he has come out how criminality has any, and they are worse than the people that you think wear your dreadlocks. But hey, this is Nigeria. Our political change, our pattern of combating this high level of criminality. The governor of Benue State, as we understand this and that. The governor of Plateau State, I didn't vote for any of these people to come and tell us these problems. You put up yourself to contest for governor. What's my business with that? I don't need to hear that. You do to bring solutions to that. There's been non-conduction. There's also been alternative dispute resolution meeting, reviewing our tactics of combating this crime. Maybe the service chiefs have been comfortable enough. They need to go dying by the day in Nigeria, Mr. DME.
Well, I think it's quite unfortunate, especially when
57 people will be massacred just like that.
And in the last 3 months, I think we wonder, even in Ukraine or Russia,
it's not that much.
Israel, and we will know about it. But without, we have to define this space of little time I want to spend on this. I think in where you have the issue of Lucarawa bandits, I think in the northwest, I think in the one, or what call it, and Benue, so kind of if you not, some people invited them to come. That's farmers clash, has been the major issue. The land in that come down to certain left, so certain wherever in Kwara, good for grazing, and there is no way anywhere in the world you see if it's been done this way. I was in Kigali, you see ranches on the right hand side. Don't understand, and you see how even some people are cultivating the kind of grass needed. Begin to wonder in those areas. Because this land somebody planted and finished hope of a year, right? So a whole year with just a night of cow eat and to survive, to sell, of livestock development. Since that history, we encourage, we educate all this nomadic cattle 200-500 kilometers that will produce multiple milks. A high volume for all they said, and that they also, that ministry of elders can research into it, that what they've done, I've not seen what they've done. Number one. Number two, if all of them and take over their land now, right? We didn't arrest anybody. They burnt all their houses. They killed everybody, and in the next 6 months, 1 year, we saw a particular set of people coming to live. The purpose of living there, well, what did you not do to them? Did we not allow them to live there? So what is the state government doing? Of bring 99.
It was the Iregué people that owned the community.
The place,
but now
they were all the people will not see there. Do you understand? What happened to them? Who is investigating them? Who is not prosecuting them? So you're looking into if you continue to get the results we are getting. So we've not seen, I've been taken over by bandits, right? John? What are the security agencies? So the issue of security, like a storm, the people here were deliberately halted down. You saw that tribe taking over that community, and you kept quiet months to provide solution. Who knew that when they give them 1 month, they will hide somewhere for the next 3 months. You will hear
it's peace.
They will continue feeding them wherever they are. They're going to give them money. Any cattle to roam around people's farm, cattle there. No, Nigeria is not the only country in the world where they rear cattle. Go and see how they rear cattle there. So we cannot say the culture of some people. I hope it was not true. Where they were shooting cattle. That no, we can't stand it because they poison the water. And when they poison the water, they will go and bring them a snake. Kill one cow, 5 lives. Let's see what they are doing. Activate.
Well, unfortunately, for the people that have followed the numbers, 57 people, 80 people. I remember the Kinladi.
Yes.
That's on the 24th of December 2023, while the entire 53 people reportedly killed with about 68 children. And so, I remember I interviewed a lot of people from those communities on cycle. So, Mr. DME, I'm worried. If this for many years, and I know that since we started dealing with insurgency, if you're going into about saying, because if somebody is coming, Mr. DME, it can't be one person.
No.
They may not even be unchecked. Let's even say it's from Chad or from Niger Republic or from wherever they're coming from. So they rode motorbikes the night and then they attacked these communities and they left unchecked, unarrested in this effort. Perhaps, do you smell any political inclination to all of this? Party governorship candidate in Kaduna in 2023, he talked about the fact that this is an agenda against the re-election of president, and he was very clear about it. That why is it?
If we begin to me, if we politicize it,
it's more problem.
Is president? If some people were doing that again, is it not the all are working against your interest? Will you open your eyes? Talking of for their own commercial interest, politicians can defend them, but first and foremost, and a crude way. Yes, because we're talking about here. It's not enough ranches now. That there must be ranches everywhere. That cattle areas must be registered and we must be well regulated.
You can't have a solution.
At least there will be in Nigeria. But the situation where you still, it will never work anywhere. But only one point is that the more we relax, we won't follow through.
And then those ones are restricted.
Okay, so they are going there. How many people are living in this community? They are 100,000. They are doing their own investigation because it's genocide. So when you have, I know my village. I know my grandfather would still belong to us. So if somebody what's happening, so I don't want to. This thing happened in 2023. They were farmers. Where are they? Who has killed them?
They're in
Oᴜᴜ people that are here 10 years, 5 years ago.
Where are they?
But the government know people they are suffering. They are governing. But if the ballot paper can get to every ward, every nooks and crannies of this country, each governor, the security must know them.
Thank you very much, Mr. DME. I'm sure that if you've on the show, so we don't usually have guests, we don't usually have guests. Maybe on very, very rare occasion, we'll just take a couple of minutes of your 90 minutes on Fridays. So everything we reviewed, we've talked about in the WhatsApp, on our DMs, I'm seeing all of them, but we'll take all of them in the studio. Is stuck on mainland FM. So whatever question, huge, last maybe 1 month, especially within 19 days in France, and he went into closed door meeting with the service. What changes are you expecting to see now that the president is do this as a wrap up the show in the next maybe 1 or 2? Because a lot of people are saying, okay, the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, is supposed to be in South Africa. His trip to South Africa is back in Ukraine.
Yes. 9
people were killed, but the president, while the house is on fire, do you think strong-worded messages can be sent out to caution all of these invaders? Let's do this in 1 minute.
Well, the president, I think he should really contribute. That style you can work, I think, online. You can do anything. But the truth is that things have gone from bad. They should look into it. Enough of bloodshed in this country.
Problems that we've been dealing with, both kinetic and non-kinetic. Looks like you're not making level of solution to the crisis in the 90 minutes. Absolutely well spent.
Nice to be here. Nice to see your face.
Thank you very much. And of course, today's Thursday. We keep on joining us for the first time. Let's do this again tomorrow. Same time, 4 p.m., same station. Your Super Dial Mainland 98.3 FM. Stick around for the headline news.